Alright, let's talk about ARMS. So, if you don't know what ARMS is, then, you should probably go update yourself on that. Anyway, this video we're going to be talking about the idea of ARMS 2, because I've seen a lot of people, I guess, kind of hate on ARMS, which is sad to see, because I think ARMS is a really excellent game, and a lot of people, for some reason, don't like it. And, obviously, is ARMS sales super great? The ARMS sales, they're not like legendary sales numbers for a Nintendo game, for a first party Nintendo game. They're not legendary, but they're certainly not bad. They're still in the millions. And I see a lot of people saying, like, ARMS 2 will never happen. And I kind of, well, I don't know if I disagree with it happening, but I think ARMS 2 should happen. Now, I was just going to go over in this video a bunch of different things that I kind of think are really just overall would be needed in a sequel to ARMS. Mostly just because, there's a lot of things that they can improve, and I really think that the game has potential to be really great. And yeah, I don't know how well it would do on the Switch 2 because of backwards compatibility, but I guess that's a thing only time will tell if they do make ARMS 2. So a few things that do really just need to be added to this game if they do this. So ARMS 2 100% needs a better story mode, because essentially you could do like tournaments, and then the tournaments did add lore and plot and stuff like that once you got to the higher levels of completing the tournaments, and it was a pretty cool feature, and I do think they should still keep that and have some of that, but I do think they need a little bit of a little bit something more for story. Like maybe they have like your own, like the good old tournament or championship mode as its own thing, or you can have a story mode that has a lot more plot and stuff like that with it, like the Splatoon games do. Or you could kind of, instead of having that just championship mode, it could just be on its own, and then you have one mode where you're kind of working your way from the ground up as like beginning as a fighter in their career or whatever, and you could have it slightly different for each fighter that you pick, but that is definitely something that they would need to fix. Because the first game, while it is great, it is very repetitive to go through that process, although it is kind of cool because you're kind of going through like a tournament style thing. It does get very repetitive when you're doing the same thing just on higher difficulties for like 7 levels, I think it was. So that's something they need to fix. I obviously they're gonna need new characters. I kind of see Arms as sort of the replacement for Punch Out, so they could even add like a form of a Punch Out character in there just for, you know, for whatever reason. Like they could add the I don't know, the Little Mac. I don't know, in Smash where he has that weird pixelated costume. They could add that, but with Arms. I think people would really enjoy that. But new characters is something that they definitely would have to add for a sequel. I'm not overly too worried. I'm sure Nintendo is filled with people with creative minds that could come up with a bunch of different, ideas for characters there. I'm not too worried about that. I more think that they should have a way to unlock the characters in either interesting and unique ways where you have to go down a challenge path, or in some sort of achievement thing. I think that'd be probably a better way to try and unlock new characters. I don't really remember what they did in the first game, although I do remember most characters being there. I think you should start with a very small roster and try and kind of work your way up, or you unlock them once you beat them in, I don't know, the main campaign mode or tournament mode or something like that. Yeah. And another thing they need to do as well is kind of just make, I don't know, online mode. They need to make it a little more, I guess, competitive and enjoyable, because whenever you go on online mode, you get put in these weird lobbies, and I don't know, it just seems kind of not exactly, I don't know, not exactly what I would imagine an online mode to be. I kind of think they need to probably crack down on that if they wanted it to. I know originally that ARMS has a history of trying to be an esports game and never really panned out. I don't really know if they need to continue that for a ranked mode or not. I mean, I'm sure they could come up with a ranked mode, but I don't think. I think it's up to them and if the game takes off or not. But I think the Switch 2 in particular is a really great place for them just to give ARMS really a second chance, especially like as a like early game to the system, like one of the first games on the system if it can be. I feel like if it came out later it wouldn't do as well, but I feel like if they are able to add the improvements, it'd really be able to solidify ARMS as a Nintendo staple series instead of just a one-off game that's never seen again. And I really don't understand the hate on the original ARMS. Like, I understand that sometimes the content was a little bit here and there, and then people are saying, oh yeah, we don't remember this game. But the game came out in 2017, and it was just a basic fighter game, which was really solid. And then people kind of bagged on it because the online portion was kind of bad. And then eventually they gave up support for it. But they have all those different modes in it that just give it such possibility. And I think that if they just really should be able to capitalize on this IP that they've created. Anyway, that's all I've got for today, guys. I know this is kind of just a weird rant video. Yeah, I've just been meaning to make this video for a while, and I just haven't. And so I know it seems very unstructured and unusual for my type of content, but yeah, let me know if you like it or if you want me to just go back to doing what I did back then. I don't really know. I'm trying to figure out what I want to do with this channel right now. Yeah, basically just speaking my thoughts. ARMS 2 should exist. I hope it does. And Switch 2 would be a great place for it. Yeah. Anyway, make sure to like and subscribe, especially if you're new to the channel. And I'm Cheesy Moose, and I will see you next time.